Every day, so much to do. Time to play and study too. But let's make a special time, one that's just for you and I. See the words and read along, time to read. And each time you hear this song, time to read, you will know that this must be time to read, time to read, time to read, time to read.
Hi, my name is Cindy, and welcome to another episode of Time to Read. Our story today is about our friend Alpaca Rabbit and how he just can't seem to avoid getting himself into trouble. Remember, as you see the words to the story, try to read along with us. Don't worry if you can't keep up. Just have fun doing the best you can. And see if you can pick out the special words that we'll be learning today. These words will appear in a different color, so they'll be easy for you to read. Today's special words are dog, bus, and park. Our story today is published by Collins Picture Alliance. Rosemary Billum wrote the story, and Vanessa Julian Auty drew the pictures. The story is called Alpaca in the Park. Ellen was going to spend the afternoon at Mary's house. She took Alpaca Rabbit with her because he enjoyed playing with Mary's dog, Beetroot. They played their favorite game, horses. Ellen held Alpaca on Beetroot's back, and he went for a ride. Mary pretended to feed the dog, and he licked her palm. Mary's mother asked the girls to go to the shops. So they went into the hall to get ready. Beetroot didn't follow them. He didn't like shopping. Beetroot got out on his own last week, Mary told Ellen. Someone found him in the park and brought him back. When Beetroot heard the word park, he wagged his tail and ran outside with Alpaca still on his back. As Beetroot swerved onto the lawn, Alpaca fell off with a bump. Beetroot picked Alpaca up in his teeth and then made for a small hole in the hedge. It was his shortcut to the park. Mary's mother saw him disappearing. Beetroot, she shouted. Come in at once. Bad dog. Beetroot dropped Alpaca on the other side of the hedge and ran back into the house. Alpaca could hear the side doors being shut and locked. Then the front door banged, and out came Ellen and Mary with Beetroot on a lead. They started walking along the street. They didn't see Alpaca lying under the hedge. Beetroot pulled back. "Heel," said Mary sternly. "He probably wants to go to the park again," said Ellen. A little girl waiting at the bus stop spotted Alpaca. She stared at him. Then she picked him up and gave him a cuddle. Alpaca found it very uncomfortable. They were just about to get on the bus when the little girl's mother turned and saw Alpaca. "Wherever did he come from?" she asked. "You can't keep him. He's not yours." "We'll put him on the bench." Alpaca watched them get on the bus. That was a narrow escape, he thought. He liked bus rides. But the idea of not knowing where he was going to end up frightened him. Alpaca waited for Ellen to come back from the shops. The bench was drafty, but he sat and watched the passers-by. Two children came along with their father. The little boy was crying. "Shh, Jamie," said his sister. "Here, look at this rabbit." She thrust Alpaca into his arms. Alpaca sat nervously, wondering what would happen next. "If they take me away, Ellen won't know where I am," he thought. They crossed the road, went through the park gates, and along the path. Alpaca looked around in great excitement. They had gone past the flower beds. He'd never been so far into the park before. Jamie was still crying. He didn't want Alpaca. He wanted his sister's windmill. Do be kind and let him have a turn, said the father. Jamie grabbed at the windmill, and as he did so, Alpaca slipped from his grasp and fell onto the grass. Alpaca picked himself up and watched the family disappear round the corner. It was a very long walk home, and he'd have to find his own way. He decided to take a shortcut. He pushed through a clump of lupins. To his surprise, he found he was on the edge of a lake. A boy was trying out a boat. His grandparents were helping.
It really needs a passenger,
said Grandpa.
That old rabbit would do.
And that's all the time we have today. We'll finish reading about Alpaca in the park and about whether or not he's going to be made a passenger in that tippy-looking boat next time. I hope you enjoyed our story, and I hope you were able to recognize our special words today: dog, bus, and park. See if you can remember these words so that you'll recognize them when you're reading the second part of our story. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time when it's time to read.
Laurie goes back to school on the set of 9B. Music from the Cowboy Junkies, Bob Marley and Grapes of Wrath, and a review of The Year My Voice Broke. Say no more. It's YTV.